You have done your research, you've seen the YouTube vlogs, you've budgeted your rent and saved for your dream apartment in Accra. Then it all starts. The landlord is asking for 2 years upfront. The electricity runs out in the middle of you having your dinner. You are even paying for water, and yet there is none that is running in the taps. Suddenly, your dream move begins to feel like a hustle. Renting in Accra is not just about finding that place. It's about being able to navigate a system that nobody had prepared you for, before you came into Accra or if you've even been living here. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it all down from the hidden fees, the sneaky costs, the traps, and of course, most importantly, how to avoid being played. If you're planning on moving to Ghana or you're already here and you are confused by the system, this video is your survival guide. Take it as that pamphlet that you need in renting a house here in Accra. And while you are doing that, don't forget to subscribe, to like, and comment if you've ever experienced one of these surprises. Are you ready? Let's get into it. In Accra, landlords rarely do month-to-month rent. In fact, many won't even speak to you unless you pay 1 to 2 years upfront. I remember someone telling me that he had come to Ghana with 3 months rent and the agent had told him that you were not serious. You could only get a house unless you had a 1 year cash ready. 1 year cash ready. Now, this is the breakdown of what you are most likely going to get in Accra. A one-bedroom apartment in a middle-class area could be going for $400 to $500 a month. Now calculate that by 12 months. You are looking at $4,800 to $6,000. Now some landlords will be demanding 2 years, especially in high demand zones like Airport Hills, Cantonment, or even Labone. There are no rent control for expats, okay? There are no rent control. Now, some charge in United States dollar or they would be asking for the Ghana equivalent. And of course, you know how the exchange rate is. So, what is my advice for anybody who would want to rent? Negotiate for 6 months to 1 year if it's possible. Why don't you try a lesser known area like Adenta, Oyibi, or even Medina? And again, try to build a relationship with the landlord. Some may offer terms, okay? Terms that would work for you. Now, another thing is that you would want to work with trusted relocation agents, not the ones by the roadside who are usually hungry, okay? So let's look at what are the constant struggles that you are going to face renting in Accra. So let's assume you have finally moved in, you are excited. Then there's doomsday. The lights goes out. You're welcome to the world of the prepaid electricity. Now the prepaid electricity, which you are given by the ECG, the units must be bought like you are buying your mobile credits for your phone. Large homes with ACs burn about 500 to 700 Ghana cedis every month, and that is like $35 to $50. There's no flat rate. Your lifestyle is going to determine your cost. What about the unpredictable ECG outages that still happen? Okay, so let's look at water. Pipe water may not often flow in many areas. Now we know we have the Ghana water, but it doesn't flow all the time. Now households will have to rely on poly tanks or water trucks. Now the water trucks, if you're getting the 10,000 liters, look at 300 Ghana cedis to 600 Ghana cedis, and that is depending on your location. Now what about the flow for the water charges plus extra cost for storage solution? You have to put that into consideration. Have you experienced any of these? Now let me know in the comments if you have faced any shocking experience while you were renting in Accra. I read all the comments. Now let's move to the internet. Unlimited fiber, if it is available, is 300 to 500 Ghana cedis a month. MTN TurboNet, which is pay as you go, the data depletes quickly, and during the rainy season, it can affect the speed, of the internet, supply. So my advice is that bundle this into your real monthly cost, not just your rent. So when you're budgeting for your rent, you have to put your internet, services into. Now, what about your service fees, your maintenance, your security? You or were you thinking that in your rent this is all covered? Of course not. Your rent is just going to your landlord. In Accra, you take care of that. So some of the common hidden fees are the service charge for security, cleaning, generator fuel, which can take within 200 to 1,000 Ghana cedis monthly. Now, your generator fuel levy, especially in the high-end properties, we have trash collection fee, which is around 40 to 150 Ghana cedis. Security guards, they are built separately in some compounds, okay? What about your air condition maintenance, your plumbing? You should know that not every landlord is going to take responsibility for that. So you should also look out for your leaky roofs, which might not be fixed, elevators that are not maintained. Also, you may still pay for shared services that you do not even use. So let's move over to the furnished versus the unfurnished trap. These are one of the traps that most people usually fall for. Okay, so you're gonna see a furnished apartment in the listing and breathe a sigh of relief until you realize that what they actually mean in Ghana is that furnished apartment might mean a plastic chair, a broken bed frame, you know, a microwave. There are no pots, there are no curtains, there are no bedding. May you may have to come with okay, so many of them will come with these old appliances that are going to spice up your electricity bill. But here's the funny thing: the furnished apartments cost about 30 to 50% more. And if something happens or breaks, you are going to be billed for the repair. So my advice is always inspect in person or send someone that you know you can trust. Do a full walkthrough and check the plugs, the light, the water, the air conditioning, okay, all of those things that you need. Check them. You have to bring your own essentials, that is, if you can, or you buy locally or you get the second hand. Now, let's look at another part that you do not want to miss, which is the agent fees and the viewing fees. When you are going hunting for house in Ghana, it's not free. You have to know that there are charges attached to that. So what are the hidden agent charges? The viewing fee is usually 50 cedis to Ghana, 50 cedis to 200 Ghana cedis, and you have to pay upfront. You pay every day. There's commission, which is usually 10% rent, and if you're paying 1,000, 12,000, that's like 1,200. Some place will charge you. Agents will charge you even if you don't rent. Okay. So how do you protect yourself? Set limits that you are going to view in a day. Don't pay if you have not viewed or you have not seen anything, okay? Work with relocation consultants or trusted networks. Ask for pictures and location before you meet up with this, agent in quote. What about the things that no one is telling you about? So let's talk about the stress that no one warns you about when you go renting a house here in Accra. So we have the unexpected realities. You must bring your own water heater, your curtains, even your light bulbs at times. Landlords may refuse to, repair, claiming that you are the one who damaged the property, okay, or the item. Refunds are rare. Some landlords will disappear after you have paid them, so it's going to be a problem trying to get your money back if you don't want to stay there. Now, local tenants may be charged 50% less than you, who is a foreigner. Noise pollution, churches, bars, traffic, it's just something unimaginable. So, how do you protect yourself in a system like this if you're trying to navigate renting in Accra? So, here's how to outsmart the system, okay? Check before you pay for any accommodation. Go for viewing during the day. Check the water system, the water pressure, the power sockets, the ceiling leaks. Ask if their generator backup, okay, on everything that has to do with generator, okay. Get everything in written format. Get yourself a lawyer to review the contract, even if it is just a basic one. Ask locals in the area about the reputation of the landlord. You need to know who you are dealing with. You need to know whose house you are renting, okay? So, Ghana is a beautiful country. Accra is vibrant, but renting here, it's not easy. So, if you are not prepared, it's going to literally break your spirit and, of course, affect your pocket. It's going to affect your wallet. But if you understand the hidden cost, you ask the right questions, and of course, you move smart, you are going to avoid the most painful surprises that come with renting in Accra. So my advice is that before you sign anything, watch this video again. Watch this video again, take notes, and of course, protect the most important thing to you, which is your peace. So guys, thank you for watching today's video, and don't forget that you can share this video with someone who is moving into Accra. And of course, I want you to drop your horror stories in the comments. Let's help each other, navigate better while we are trying to rent an apartment here in Accra. Thank you, and I'll see you another day. Bye.